Hello, I'm TheZOMBIEJ. Got my Slipknot tapestry thing, whatever you want to call it, flag, whatever, in front of my window. And then I've got my dad's Iron Maiden tapestry thing hanging on the wall by the door. That's all. That's all that's going up. Okay, so figured I'd block the sunlight a little bit because it's a little too much. So this video is going to be about, well, those unreleased promos that LEGO released as promo sets. Things such as this good guy, apparently, from 2006. Very simple design. It's just a Matoran without a mask and a weapon. Cool. Then we got Bad Guy from 2007. There's two of those, I think. There's this Arahi sort of thing with a blaster, whatever. Can shoot the Zammer sphere. This thing is confusingly weird, but hey, I like it. So, you can easily build these. The reason why there were a lot of these during G1's run, and well, basically they're just throwaway sets. These are sets that you could easily build with parts in your collection. Why LEGO did it? Well, obviously it's because they had plenty of parts left over in their inventory during G1's run to, do something with. And they did. They created things like these. There was also Squid Function, which I have yet to build. There was another Matoran-like thing from 2008. There was also Rahi with air katanas as its wings. There was a four-legged Hydraxon masked jetpack booster Rahi. There was the Clack, although that was an official canonized thing, though, but we're not going to include Clack or Click. There was some Rotuka spinning creations from 2005, I think, or 2000, I don't know. There was Gold Good Guy, which was later canonized as Taraga Lecon, sorry. There was some little mini Paraka Skuld builds like this, where they had claws for feet. So they were like Skakti offspring, if you will. And even in 2006, there was a couple of small sets that had the Paraka minifigs. There was also a with weapons and a catapult. And then there was, I think, a Toa Bionicle one as well with some weapons. I don't know. Those ones are not easy to find, but you could easily build them. Take a breath now. There was a lot of stuff, obviously. And people have already built these. Obviously, LJ was talking about these in a video. And they're interesting little promos. I definitely like the idea of, throwaway sets. Sets that, you have extra parts. You can't think of what else to do with these extra parts, so you create something like a Matoran, for example. This little guy. And also, if you have enough parts, you can create this Rahi-looking thing with a blaster built into it. I don't know why, but yeah. Has a tail, too, that you can turn around, and all of a sudden it has a penis. Yes. These are really cool creations. There is a Matoran from 2007 as well that you can build that has Axon's mask, and also an air katana. I will try to build that once I get the parts. That's going to be fun. And yeah, all of these are easy to build. You just have to find the instructions via an image on the internet. Or if there's a PDF version, download that. So LEGO didn't know what to do with all these parts, so they handed this bucket of parts to their designers, And they said, you know, create something with these that we can sell as promo bits, polybags and whatnot. So they did, and about half of them were unreleased. A lot of some of these were unreleased. Mostly 2007 and 2008 ones were unreleased. The others were pretty much released for the most part, I think. I could be wrong, but these were all sets. Again, they're throwaway sets. They're built up of extra parts left in Lego's inventory, and if you have these parts yourself, then you could easily build them yourself. I managed to build 2 so far, and this is a cool idea. So, you know, if you have all the parts to spare, you can easily find the instructions to these sets online as an image, and you know, save that image and hunt down all the parts you need and build away. It's a fun little thing. I think Lego were just, you know, they had too many parts left in their inventory, so they needed to get rid of these somehow to make room for new stuff. Because, you know, the executives were getting sick of Bionicle, especially in its peak with 2007 and 2008. So they developed these. Yet in 2005 and 2006, and maybe even 2004, they still had these promo throwaway sets with Rotuka spinners, and yeah, so Gold Good Guy Taraga Lee Khan was supposed to be part of a promo thing, but then that was scrapped, and they included him with a pack of Duracell batteries because branding. I don't know. So, these are little awesome sets, I'd say. They're small, fun little desk toys that you can just pose around, you know. You can articulate and have fun with, you know. This one looks like he can impale you. It does have the wrong staff, though. It's a Roxy staff. In the instructions and in the actual build, you get a Turok staff. On the cover art, you actually get this Gurok staff, which is what I chose, obviously, because I actually prefer it on this Tomatoran. Is it a Tomatoran? I don't know. He doesn't have a mask, so we can just call him Nameless Matoran. And as for this little guy, it's a creature, obviously. It's a Rahi with these pincer things, Borak feet, a head that doesn't even move. It does have Baraki eyes up there. It does have this tail that he can sting you with. There's a ton of Sharpie residue. He's got a blaster built into him for literally no reason other than to include a function in 2007 with this. They did the same thing with Squid Launcher function, which was basically like a crab-like thing, but with no pincers arms. It just has the Paraka feet and a squid launcher and you know, a Vizorak foot, and there you go. With some Technic parts too. You also have these Toa Mata arms as legs, but they don't move. They don't move. They're solid. They're stuck in there, and that's a miss. Again, it's a throwaway set. It's a set that you could easily build. At what price you pay, I don't know, honestly. And with Bionicle parts, not really that expensive. I mean, it depends on the seller on Bricklink, and I wouldn't go on Bricklink anyway. But if you're so inclined, hunt down all these parts and build up all these sets yourself. I certainly will once I have all the parts available. But for now, I have these two. I'm pretty sure, since I have a squid launcher that I can use for the squid launcher function set, I'm going to try to build that, because I have the parts, but I'm not sure. I have the instructions too, so I have no reason to not build it. These are interesting little extra bonus sets. That's what I like to call them. Bonus sets for the pure sake of, well, getting rid of stock in your inventory. So if you have too much extra parts in your inventory, the best thing for you to do is come up with some of these weird sets, and it's pretty cool. Obviously, the playset versions with the little Toa and Aika minifigs and the Paraka minifigs. I mean, they're a dime a dozen, I guess. You know, you can build those, but I mean, they don't offer much except for a Toa and Aika with a weapon and a Paraka with a weapon. And there's another one that has a catapult, a small little catapult design build thing. That's better used for a system set. But hey, there were system sets in Bionicle for 3 years. So overall, these tiny little builds are pretty freaking cool. I definitely like these, and I also have Click over there somewhere. Yeah. And I also have the Clack. It's over there on the other side of the bed frame thing. So, yeah, these are interesting little sets. The problem is, what happens if you don't have a certain piece in a certain color? Well, that's what Bricklink is for, but yeah. If these don't appeal to you, well, I can't understand why these little promo bits don't appeal to you. I mean, look at this guy. He looks kind of cool, actually. I have him proudly displayed on my stereo, where I play CDs, obviously. Don't play cassette tapes because I only have one cassette tape. Hell Awaits by Slayer. Yeah, that's my only cassette tape. Whatever. But yeah, plus you get to build cute little builds like this Matoran guy. I mean, yeah, this is cool. I enjoy these. I enjoy these small little micro dudes, micro builds. Those Rotuka ones where it's two masked characters with Rotuka coming out of their chest, and then there was a couple of Rakshi-headed freaks. Those were all in the same wave of promo items from 2005, I think. Yeah, again, throwaway sets you can easily build and enjoy. Now, the only problem I have with this is, well, where am I going to store them? I could put them on a shelf, but, well, yeah. As I continue to build these, as I have them in my collection, I will find a dedicated shelf for every single one of them to be displayed on. But, you know, it's a lot of time to be wasted building these little things. And it's only going to be like one at a time because I don't have a massive parts collection unlike folks like Duck Bricks and whatnot. We've got thousands and thousands of parts and sets and whatnot, so I just don't have the money for that. And really, when it comes to Bionicle sets from 2001 to 2010, it's the main sets you go for, not these little ones. These little ones are just, you know, small little extras, you know, they're bonus sets. And they're nice to have. In fact, if you can canonize this little Matoran dude as a Matoran of Voyanui, possibly? I don't know. What would you name this guy? I don't know. I mean, plus, the one flaw with this guy, he's got a gaping hole in his chest, as if he got shot with a shotgun or something. I don't know. But, flaws. So. But yeah, what do you think about these little builds? What's your favorite? Personally, my favorite out of these two, I like them both for different reasons. I like the little Matoran dude because it's a small, cute little chibi Matoran build. It's adorable. But he doesn't have a mask, so that's flawed. Plus, the packaging is deceptive, thinking that he is supposed to have a Gurak staff when the set actually comes with the Turak staff piece. Now, with this dude, the little creature Rahi, it's nice to have another Rahi build, sure. But also, why does he have a freaking blaster integrated in his torso? That is so weird. This is a flawed design, but the build is simple and easy to understand, and I enjoy it, actually. It's just like, what the hell? Was this a Rahi that was experimented on by Karzani? No surprise there, I guess. So, yeah, that wouldn't come as a surprise to me, because Karzani is a madman. I mean, really. Then he was killed. Yeah, Bionicle got really dark after a while. Which, hey, I like that. So, cool. Yeah, the blaster is really the main problem I have with this thing. Why is it there? What's the purpose of it, other than for people to be able to shoot the ball out of the character? Problem is, the ball can easily come out, but you can easily put it back in. Swings and roundabouts, I suppose. So, there you go. What do you think about these little things? They're definitely a novelty. But they're nice to have, and if you can scrape up the parts you need to build all of these, every single one of them, well, do so. I'd recommend it. And then let me know what you think about these sets in the comment section below. Either that, or post a video response if YouTube still does that kind of thing. I remember when that function was still available, and then eventually, you know, YouTube just got rid of that function because nobody uses it. Nobody was using it by the time they got rid of it. So, yeah. Anyway, stay tuned for more videos. I am TheZOMBIEJ. I'll see you folks later. Have a good fucking day, and peace.